All right, folks, here is the Amiga news for the week of November 3rd, 2024. Let's freaking go.
Amiga News with Amiga Bill.
Happy November, everyone. Time is flying. Welcome to the video. This one's a little bit different this week because I did the news section during my live stream, but I'm actually recording this after the stream because I had some technical difficulties, which I think I figured out during the stream. Now everything is working properly, so I want to deliver to you a quality Amiga news video on YouTube. Like always, if you don't realize it, all the news items are marked as chapters in this video, and you can also scroll down into the description and get all the links to all of the news stories that I put in this video. But let's get started with this. This is the Amiga OS 3.2 reference book. It has been released and it is out in the wild now. I know some folks ordered it a little while ago, and I know Dave Voxeltrost, he just got his copy and he loves it. Lots of Amiga folks are saying they love it. This is from Look Behind You. Let's head over here. And the Amiga OS 3.2 reference manual, it's in English. It's 480 pages. It's available as a hardback book and a digital PDF edition. It's a comprehensive guide to the Amiga operating system for beginners, advanced users, and professionals. The Amiga OS 3.2 reference manual features clear explanations of the basics and advanced functions of Amiga OS 3.2 and valuable insights into the Amiga system from A to Z. The book is aimed at ambitious users who want to master the basics of the operating system, learn more in-depth techniques, and gain an insight into the possibilities for advanced use of the system. It is intended to awaken the desire to use and get back into it using the system and pave the way for the basics beyond the operating system. Delivery time is 3 to 4 days, but I believe this is based in Germany, so obviously it'll be a longer wait if you're in the United States like myself. The PDF will come right away, but if you want to go physical, then you have to ship it across the ocean. And I looked, it was about $20 to ship. The price ranges from €20 to €45. It's €20 if you want the PDF edition. I believe it is $35 if you go hardback only and $45 for both. Yeah, hardback edition is €35. Digital edition only is €20. And if you want to get the hardback plus the PDF, then it's €45. And then, like I said, the shipping is a bit more. I think it's about €20 to New York. That's kind of what I estimated to when I did the potential purchase on this website. But apparently this book is great. A lot of people say, oh, why can't you just Google this information? And the short answer is, yeah, you can Google it, but the way this is presented, it's all put together very comprehensively. So far, everyone who I know that got this book is really, really happy with it. Now, I'm gonna at least get the PDF edition because unfortunately, shipping is really expensive, but at the very least, I'm gonna get the PDF of this. And maybe I'll spring for the physical edition because there's nothing like having like a real book. It's just nice to be able to pick up a real book and read it. But I tell you what, the information is really good. It's all in one place. Amiga OS 3.2 all in one place, and yeah, so I'm definitely gonna at the minimum I'm gonna get the PDF, and I'll probably end up pulling the trigger on the physical edition as well. It's super cool, and I've heard nothing but great things about the book. Link is in the description of the video. I'm gonna get to this news story a little bit later. Now this is a wild one, folks. We talked about it on stream. Some folks are super excited about this. Other folks are like, nope, I like the original. But basically, there's a new version of Speedball 2 coming out for modern PCs. It's actually available. It's early access right now. So Rebellion is bringing back the Amiga Classic Speedball as a Steam early access title. This link brings us to timeextension.com. You can head over to Steam and download the early access version right now. Early access means it's not complete, but check this out. Rebellion, the developers of the Sniper Elite series, have just announced it's developing a new entry based on the Bitmap Brothers Amiga Classic Speedball. It's now available on Steam in early access. Speedball, in case you haven't heard of it, I know you all have, is a futuristic game that focuses on a sport that is essentially a combination of handball and ice hockey. It was originally developed by the Bitmap Brothers back in 1988 for the Commodore Amiga and Atari ST. It was later ported to various other platforms, including MS-DOS, the Commodore 64, the NES as Clash Ball, and the Sega Master System. Now, let's look at these graphics. It's very interesting. It's kind of like they're 3D graphics. It's not entirely top down. It's almost like an isometric 3/4 look. Here's some PR, and Speedball players will compete in a high-stakes sport featuring visceral takedowns with the most brutal relived via the in-game slow-motion camera. Matches are fast-paced, explosive, and unpredictable. Alongside mastering high-speed passing, coordination, and shooting during matches, players will also need to select, position, and organize their team based on their star's strength, weaknesses, and cybernetic augmentation. Will your team be known for all-out aggression, or will you be a defensive powerhouse? Okay, my YouTube plugin is blocked here on the Brave, so let me open this up in Safari. Let's take a look at the video, and this will give you a better idea if you're interested in this or not. Maybe this is for you, maybe not. Let's check out the video, pause the music, and we press play and full screen the sucker.
Arena hazards! What more could you possibly want? Now let's get started! I want a series of blood!
Woo! Speedball, baby. Your thoughts? You into it? You have some folks in the stream where like, this is awesome. I'm gonna go download it on my Steam right now. Other folks are like, that looks terrible. I want to stick to my top-down Amiga Speedball. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's interesting, man. I'm happy they're giving it a try. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna download it on the Steam over, back home in my office on my PC, and we'll see how it goes. My main critique is that it seemed a little slow, because part of Speedball is like that super fast, action-packed, like you almost don't even know what's going on. It's so fast. And this gameplay seemed a bit slower, but hey, it's early access. Maybe it's something that they can dial in and speed up the gameplay. But I don't know. I gotta give it a try first. That's just the vibe I got from that video. So interesting stuff there. Interesting stuff. The link will be in the chat as always. We can leave Safari now and go back here to my stream links. There you have it. Speedball. Woo! Coming to a PC near you. Now, you all know I love trying out new things in the Amiga community. I wasn't sure about the A600GS, but I was like, you know what? It's a new toy. Let me try and get it. Sounds cool. I got it. My actual A600GS was defective, and Amiga Kit was super, super cool. They sent me a new replacement for free, which was great because, but I mean, I guess they should do that because my joystick port was broken and there were a few other things wrong with it. So they sent me a new one, and I'm dialed in now, and it's really cool. And they've been doing a lot of upgrades to it as well. It kind of started off a little bit slow, but they've made a lot of improvements to it, and I feel like they're almost making improvements every week. And their latest update is super rad. Whenever it comes to emulation, I like the physicality, like be as physical as you possibly can with your emulation. So when I have my Mister, I love using the VGA output, and I plug it into a CRT screen. And now, using the amazing Rob Smith Drawbridge, you can actually use real floppy disks on the A600GS. I've got it right here. It worked really well on the stream. We did it earlier in the stream. This is the Drawbridge. It's a floppy disk drive Arduino, powered by an Arduino. It's got a USB output. I can go to the overhead cam here and show you easier. So yeah, this is the Drawbridge right here. It's a floppy drive. It takes 3.5-inch floppies. It reads the Amiga floppies, and it's got a USB out. So you can actually use this, in your PC with WinUAE as well. But now with the new update, it comes built into the A600GS, and it worked really well today, folks. It worked great. So I still need to play around and do some configuring, but we got Defender, the Crown up and running, and we got, what else did we get up and running? We got Marble Madness up and running, all loading off floppy disk, and it was a lot of fun. So the latest A600GS system update enables real Amiga floppy disk reading and writing. If you have a Drawbridge USB floppy drive from Rob Smith, then plug that into your A600GS to access your floppy disk collection. And here is a link to the A600GS where you can purchase it. And most importantly, like, here's a link to Rob Smith's website. Rob is super, super rad. He's a gem in the Amiga community, always doing wild, weird, wacky, and awesome stuff, including floating bowling balls like I got over there. Floppy disk cleaners and all kinds of awesome stuff. This is his website where you can order the drive. And I highly recommend. It's really cool, man. It's cool. I love using real floppies. The ADFs are fantastic, but there's nothing like the real thing, baby. Pop that floppy in, you feel the spring loaded, it starts to make noise and vibrate. Oh yeah, it brings it all back. I love it. So the Drawbridge, now available on the A600GS. Very, very cool stuff. Last week we talked about the Trinity accelerator for 040s and 060s on your Amiga 1200. That's coming from Edu Arana and his team. And last week at AmiWest 2024, Jens from Individual Computers, also known as iCOMP, also announced a new accelerator for the Amiga 1200. This time it's the ACA 1240-1260. Now I'm a big fan of ACA accelerators. I've got myself in a 1233N, which is an 030 accelerator for my 1200. It's phenomenal. I've got myself an ACA 500 Plus for my Amiga 500. Goes into the expansion port, lets you boot off of a compact flash card, among other things, and add an accelerator to it. iComp just makes top of the line, top quality products. So this is really, really exciting if you're in the market for an accelerator for your 1200. He's been working on this for a long time. I'm gonna let you, the link will be in the description of the video and you can read this in a lot more detail, but he's got a sophisticated chip RAM interface, and the trick here is, let's see if I can find it, boom. Okay, boom, okay, so here it is. The 68040, 68060 CPU sees 0 wait state speed on chip RAM writes. From the CPU's point of view, the write access is completed at the first cycle that the CPU can accept that message. This means the program execution can continue while the accelerator's logic executes the chip RAM while write access simultaneously. This fixes a major problem that especially 68040 accelerators of the 1990s had, and that's chip RAM access speed. So, I know sometimes when you're trying to play a demo on some accelerators, even if you got the horsepower, the chip RAM access speed, if it lags a little bit, the demo is going to lag a little bit. This accelerator fixes that problem. This is also very, very interesting. There's some really interesting power design built into it. So it's got the voltage is software adjustable for over and undervolting the CPU. So either you can get better overclocking success or you can reduce the temperature of your setup. That's freaking rad. It actually has an FPGA in there, which is wild. It's not doing the acceleration with the FPGA, but it has to do with the memory and the logic choices. It's basically an FPGA is the main memory controller. So that allows a lot of different strategies to be implemented. Again, I'll link to this so you can read it all in detail, like on your own time. There's also, it doesn't come with a mass storage device, but there is going to be a solution so you can have, like a micro SD card and boot to the micro SD card that's on the accelerator, which should give you, much faster access speeds than your IDE, just like it does on the Terrible Fire, which is awesome. So this is a really exciting card. If you are in the market for an accelerator for your Amiga 1200, this is definitely something you're gonna wanna check out. Like I said, Individual Computers always makes top of the line products. Jens is an awesome dude. And yeah, this is super exciting stuff. So they're the new ACA 1240-1260. This is really, really neat. Amiga Cami, she's an absolute legend in the Amiga community. She is really into the games as well. And she made the Amiga Christmas Tree, which is a website dedicated to all Amiga Christmas games. And as a follow-up, last week, right before Halloween, she released the Amiga Halloween Vault. So it's a new website for Amiga Cami. She says, hi everyone, I just finished making a brand new website that attempts to gather all the Halloween themed Amiga games I could find. From spooky classics to hidden gems, there's hopefully something fun for you to play this Halloween. Here's the link. I'd love to hear any suggestions for Halloween-worthy Amiga games you think should make the list. Drop your ideas here or send me an email to arcadecami@gmail.com. Let's make this the ultimate Amiga Halloween collection. Good game, Amiga Cami. I love the design. It's really, really cool. Come into the vault and explore the list of Halloween-themed Amiga games put together below for all your spooky gaming needs. But beware, once you enter, the horrors lurking within these Amiga games may come for you. Feel free to send me all your recommendations for spooky, creepy, horrifying, or even ghoulish Amiga games for the community to enjoy this Halloween. She's got some classics in there. She's got, all the classics. She's got Elvira, Weird Dreams, Addams Family, Waxworks. Those are all the classics. And then she's got the new games too that just came out, like Pumpkin, Castlevania AGA. Oh, awesome. I love it. Abby's of the Dead, Trick or Treat, Halloween X, Tale of Evil. Amiga Cami comes correct. The link to the Amiga Halloween Vault will be in the description of this video. Now, you all know it wouldn't be an Amiga Bell news section without a trip over to Indie Retro News. Pumpkin, a 2024 Halloween edition of the classic Pac-Man game for the Amiga, has been released by Electric Black Sheep. This is like basically a Halloween-themed Pac-Man game. We can take a quick peek at Saberman's video. Whoops, that's the picture. Here's Saberman's video. Let's check it out. I played it before. It's cool. The movement is a little strange for me. You're basically your Pac-Man is a pumpkin, and he doesn't like move consistently. Like if you take your hand off the joystick, he stops. And I found making the turns down the passageways in the maze, it was like a little bit tricky for me to get used to, but overall it's cool. It's definitely a game that I'm going to pick up every Halloween. I like when you eat the big skull, how the ghosts become transparent and you see like their innards. That's really, really cool. So Pumpkin, really cool new game from Electric Black Sheep. Electric Black Sheep does really great work. They make really great games, and we're going to talk about another one called Duel just in a few moments. So thank you, Saberman, for the video. Thank you, Indie Retro News, for the article. Links will be in the description of this video. We'll pause that, bring the music back. Boom, there you go. Pumpkin, I dig it. Hyper Wings, I'm really enjoying this game. Hyper Wings is cool. It's basically like a head-to-head asteroids meet Star Control, exactly. Hyper Wings, Geldo79 announces version 1.2 of an in-development Amiga space shooter. Hyperwings by Geldo79 has been made available as a version 1.2, an asteroids and star control mashup, which is still being developed in assembly language. To coincide with this news, Saberman made a video. We played it on stream as well. Here's what Geldo said. He said, hi folks, I've released version 1.2 of my space shooter game Hyperwings. It features a best of 5 mode. It's really cool. So it's like head to head, and the first person to win 3 matches wins, best of 5. It's got different difficulty levels for one-player mode. It's got easy, medium, and hard. It's got sound options and some engine improvements. It runs on a 1200, 2000, 3000, 4000. If you're using an emulator, please use Cycle Exact mode. There have been graphics updates, new weapons, sound optimizations, as well as bug fixes. Please report any bugs here or to geldo@gmx.net. I'm having a blast with the game. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And it's gonna be super cool to play this on Amiga Live as well. Head-to-head Amiga games. The music's great. Yeah. All right, let's skip ahead. See, the skull and crossbone will take away health from you. Usually player one, he's playing as the green triangle, and the bad guy is the red. S is for shield, so you can like pick up different power-ups throughout the match. You can get weapons upgrades, shields, or you can get hurt by the skull and crossbone. You can also hyper warp, just like in Asteroids. Lots of weapons upgrades. It's a really fun head-to-head game, and I love that the you can play it, you know, single player as well. Single player head to head with AI, and the computer, the difficulty level is very, very fair. Like easy is pretty easy, and hard will challenge you. I believe it or not, I actually won on stream today playing in hard mode, but it was a challenge. So anyway, this game is super rad. I totally dig it, and he's gonna continue to update it. So great job to Geldo. I love the game. It's really neat. It's available for download in the English Amiga board zone. And again, link will be in the description of this video. Hyper Wings, I dig it. Now, we played this like a week or two on stream, but it just dropped in the Indie Retro News today. Duel, a remake of the classic cowboy shootout games from Z80 Machines for the Amiga. This is another one from Electric Black Sheep, the same folks that made Pumpkin. And it's a remake of the classic cowboy shootout games from Z80 Machines. Saberman's got a video. Now, I never really understood I never thought about a cowboy game, but a cowboy game is basically a character on each side of the screen with some obstacles in the center, and you shoot at each other. Cowboy game. Maybe you don't even need obstacles in the center. I don't know if that denotes it as a cowboy game or not, but character on each side of the screen, bang, bang. It's a lot of fun. Duel is a remake of the classic cowboy shootout games from Z80 Machines that predates the Commodore 64 era. Probably this is why it's hard to find an Amiga version. You can move your guy up or down, throw grenades, or use a shield and mouse to target. The game is not complicated and can be a lot of fun. Shooting your fellow Amiga user, player versus player, into pieces while he sits next to you, or you can fight against the computer, player versus CPU. So we're seeing a lot of like head-to-head games this week. I dig it. Between Hyper Wings and we got some Duel on the Cowboys. It's cool. You can choose different locations. It looks like he's gonna play Roswell. You got different characters you can choose. I really like. Oh, I loved the countdown is awesome. And let's see where we are here. There we go. See, you aim with the mouse. So the one player is on the right as the alien. Other player is the soldier on the left. We got chickens in the middle. We got cactuses in the middle. It's very simple and very fun. I love games that are just simple like this, easy to pick up and play. It's super, super cool. This is Duel by Electric Black Sheep. And yeah, dude, the sound effects are hilarious. I love screams and moans and it's so good. It's so good. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So the link to the Indie Retro News article will be in the description, as well as the source to where you can download it. Now this is super cool. It's an eye candy bullet hell shooter, formerly known as Hyperborea. It gets another stock Amiga 1200T. So this is a bullet hell shooter. It's by Daniel. I'm going to pronounce his last name wrong. I think it's Daniel Muehlbauer. I'm probably pronouncing it incorrectly, but he's the genius behind the port of Tower 57 to Amiga OS 4. He's also working on Soverian Soccer, which is an amazing game that I saw at Amiga 37 in Germany. And now he's resurrected this one. So for some time we've been keeping you up to date about Amiga Dream Team's awesome looking shooter of Hyperborea, a game that doesn't just feature waves and waves of enemies, but more bullets and lasers than you can handle, as well as pretty decent graphics running on a stock Amiga 1200 or above. We've got some new gameplay footage. The game was formerly called Hyperborea. Here's the dev notes from the latest video. It's a new work in progress video. Number 6 is running on a stock Amiga 1200, 304 by 256 resolution, PAL, 50 hertz, hundreds of bullets, and the hopefully final dev team is formed. The graphics are done by Chrome, audio by Shy-Ace is amazing, and code myself, that's Daniel. It's really, really cool. So, oh man, so let's check it out. Let's check it out. It's cool, man. He's got his 1200 there. I'm gonna skip ahead. Listen to the music. The music is fantastic. Okay, so we got 3 normal, novice, and crazy difficult. We got options for audio, videos, cheat modes, controls. Lots of options. I dig it. I think he's talking to his kid there in the background. But look at this game. I mean, it is talk about bullet hells. This is awesome. 2-player as well. I love all the 2-player games this week. It's really neat. Cool sound effects. I dig the graphics. I like the desert background. But it gets super crazy. Like, watch, if we go forward, look at all these bullets. Like, it gets nuts. Oh, I love that boss. Look at that, the evil pumpkin robot boss. That's super rad. That's a nice little effect there, how he drops all the power-ups there at the end. Oh, that's cool. Well, I don't know if they're power-ups or money or whatever the currency is, but that's super, super rad. So, I don't know what it's gonna be called, but this, look at all those bullets. Oh my God. Craziness, absolute craziness. Oh, that's a cool little boss right there. Oh, it has, like, you know those Japanese, the Japanese bullet hell shooters? It reminds me a lot of those. It reminds me a lot of those games. I play a lot of them at the Long Island Retro. They have a great collection of Japanese bullet hell shooters. Also at MagFest too. But this is like, whoo, man, this is crazy bullet hell. Oh my God, look at that. I can't wait for this one. This is my kind of game, folks. I dig it. I totally dig it. Running on stock 1200, that's pretty amazing. Look at all, there's a lot going on the screen there. That's a lot of stuff for stock 1200. It's giving me Banshee vibes. I totally dig it. Very, very cool stuff. So yeah, Daniel, great job, dude. It's looking great. I don't know what it's gonna be called, but this game is looking absolutely fantastic. Great job. Keep up the awesome work, dude. Just two quick notes. Amiga Bellfast had its first meeting yesterday on Saturday. I heard it went really, really well. So huge congratulations to the Amiga Bellfast user group. I love that a brand new user group just was formed here in 2024. And it's very cool. Bellfast, man, I would love to get there one day. I heard it was awesome. On next Sunday stream, I'm gonna have photos and videos of the event. So we'll recap it. I'll put this video link in the chat. This is like a video to entice people to come. It's a good one. It's a good one. Vector Funk made this video. It's very cool. It's like an invitro to the party. It's a nice touch how he put the lyrics, you know, into the workbench like that. I totally dig it. Walker, Another World. Oh, so good.
Amiga beats my heart, you know. Amiga Bellfast, dreaming of the past. Amiga Bellfast, in the glow that lasts.
A little Seekanoid, a little Turbo Tomato. I love that he incorporated games, current games from the community. I know Nivrig is one of the key people behind Amiga Bellfast too. That was cool. That was awesome.
And bloops, a melody, joystick moves, pure ecstasy, lost inside those classic scenes, retro love in CRT screen, memories in every bite, playing through the endless night, save my game, won't let it go. Amiga beats my heart, you know. Amiga Bellfast, dreaming of the past. Amiga Bellfast, in the glow that lasts.
Yo, great job to Vector Funk creating that video for Amiga Bellfast, and great job to everyone involved in Amiga Bellfast. That's super rad. You can check him out at AmigaBellfast.com. Congratulations, guys. Last and certainly not least, I didn't know what to call this part of the Amiga news section. I just called it Yorkshire Amiga User Group Kicking Butt. They're all fired up over there in Yorkshire. They're planning for 2025, the Amiga's 40th anniversary. They've booked a place in Leeds for February 22nd. It's a new venue. They booked another location in Huddersfield a few months after that, and then a few months after that, they're going to Manchester. Joining up with the Northwest Amiga user group. Oh man, it's wild. They're doing so many cool things over there in the UK. Makes me a little jealous, not gonna lie. They just had a meetup, I think it was this weekend, and this is a time lapse of the event. It looks awesome. Very cool venue. I love that there's kids there too. It's family friendly, so great job to the Yorkshire Amiga user group. Keep up the great work over there in the UK, Amiga Bellfast, Yorkshire. Guys, keeping the Amiga alive. I dig it. All right, folks, there you have it. The Amiga news for the week of November 3rd, 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next Sunday, fun day, and have an amazing week, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Amiga forever. Push the stop button.